What is up, Brown Girl Tribe? This is your girl Drea. We are back in here for another episode. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. And today we are going to talk about something that we all have been affected by, whether it's you've been on one spectrum or the other spectrum, and hopefully you have not been on the spectrum of manipulating folks, right? Or using people. So, we're going to talk about when you start loving yourself and the people who used to manipulate you start getting real uncomfortable because you're pushing back, you're setting boundaries. And hopefully, y'all love this episode and you gain some gems from it because this is personal and we're going to go into a story time. So, this week, I was contacted by a family member I haven't heard from in years. Have not even laid eyes on this family member in about 10 years since I moved from the East Coast back down south. No calls, no texts, no, hey, check it in, no nothing, right? So 2 weeks ago, before I went out of town, this same family member contacted me, reminded me that it's their birthday. Okay, shout out to you. I see it's your birthday. You posted 50, 11 times on social media. I'm glad that you're still alive, you healthy. Then the same family member was trying to hype me up. See, manipulation, when people are manipulative and they try to manipulate you, they got to do all this hyping you up. Oh, you doing such a dope job. I like that you're posting all this content that's pertaining to positivity, personal development, yada, yada, yada. See, when you are a discerning person and you side eye people who come into your life, and this is family, friends, whoever, and they try to hype you up immediately. They hyping you up to build you up so they can hit you with the can I get, can you help me with. So always remember that. So whenever you haven't talked to someone in a few weeks, months, years, haven't set eyes on them, and they coming in, slide it in the DM because they may not have your number or you might have them blocked. They're coming to hype you up to set you up to manipulate you for something for their greater good, right? So this same cousin talking about, oh, giving me the sob story. I said, well, apply for unemployment. There's resources that's out there for you. Plus, you're married. So your significant other, your spouse, should be helping you. Unless both of y'all down bad, y'all need to apply for unemployment or figure things out. Everybody is going through something or down bad, right? We all are trying to survive in this thing called life, right? And this particular family member always lived in chaos. So this week, I get a DM. Can we talk on the phone? Red flag. I said, no, I cannot talk on the phone. What's your question? Is this something that I can answer quickly in this DM because I'm unavailable? Boundaries. That's boundaries, y'all. So this family member said, yeah, can you pay my phone bill? Because my phone about to be off. Pause. Excuse me? You don't even know what I have going on in my life, nor do you care. You just see me posting on social media, looking good, posting feel good stuff, which is helping other people to tap into their confidence, to their self esteem, and to the God within them. Yeah, I may be posting all this amazing stuff, but you don't know what I got going on in my household, what I got going on in my life, and nor do you care. So when I pushed back, it was you could tell that pause like, hold on, wait, she's not going for it. I'm really not because number one, I have done so much work on myself. I went to go see the lady. You know how people be saying, "Oh, y'all need to go see the lady and go sit on the couch." See, I went to go see the lady so many years. And this year was the year in which I was like, I needed to see the lady even more and go sit on a couch to work on my boundaries, to really unclear the clutter so my discernment can be on 1000 to see people like that, whether it's a family member coming through trying to manipulate me. So I knew it was coming because when I saw her slide in my DMs, I said, "Oh, here we go again." Because first you hit, and then the crazy part is like the 2 weeks I told you when I was traveling, this particular family member hit me up on IG. Now you're hitting me up on Facebook. Like, pick a platform. Don't be hitting me up all over. So I knew it was a setup. So I politely but firmly shut it down. And I felt so amazing. I'm like, man, if I could call my therapist and say, sis, I just shut this person down because, like I said, I've been working on boundaries from last year to this year. Because usually, because I'm a social worker, I am an empathic person by nature, by design, especially when you're a social worker, you're like the resource person. You're very resourceful. So that's why I hit her 2 weeks ago with the resources. Okay, you ain't getting that. How dare you come to me talking about, can I pay your phone bill? And then I wake up today, you still posting. So you good. Somebody paid your bill. So like I said, she asked for the money, get her phone bill paid. And the old me probably would have said yes and would have said, okay, well, here's the money. And even though this particular family member said, well, I can cash app you back, nah, you just not going to get the money, period, because I'm not going for it. So I would have had that old rhetoric, oh, but it's my family. I got to be loyal to my family because I'm a kind person. I'm nice. And I would have felt guilty in the past for saying no. But this version of me, the healed, the soft, the self-loving version of me said no. And I was so proud of myself. I didn't feel guilty. I didn't have no shame around it. I didn't further explain my no. I hit them with the no. Have a good day. Be blessed. Right? I sound like somebody old Southern grandma. And I didn't shrink. I didn't second guess myself. I truly protected my peace, my pockets, and my nervous system. See, when you use your discernment and your intuition, I be peeping things. I peep a lot of stuff. I'm very observant. And when you out here talking about I'm outside, I'm doing this, I had a dope birthday, but you silently and privately hitting me up talking about you don't got no coins, I'm not going for that because I'm seeing what you posting. And you have no idea what I'm going through, nor do you care. And also, too, I'm the type of person I'm going to figure it out, right? Or I may have to go without until I get it. So the moment of this week and last week, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me, it's shown me how much I've grown. Years ago, before I even did the work on myself, yeah, I would have bent over backwards, even if I was in a place that I couldn't provide, couldn't give. Even if I was in a place of hurting or burnt out, I would have bent over backwards for this person. And I'll be like, oh, well, that's my family. But see, reciprocity, it goes both ways. Don't be the person in which you're just constantly taking and get draining someone. And the person who's always getting drained, this message is for you. Understand you can place healthy and strong boundaries by hitting people with the no. You sometimes don't even have to answer the call or the inbox or the text. And learn that your peace is expensive, right? And your energy is sacred. It's so many people that are vampire energy vampires. And I read a book about energy vampires, and I'm gonna have to put it in the description. These people will take, and will dry you of your goodness, of your energy, and trauma dump on you. We talked about that in a therapy episode. Go check that out. And to the point, you're burnt out. You got compassion fatigue. You're like, I don't want to help nobody, period. You become apathetic. You become a shell of your old self, and you're like, man, who am I? Because we have allowed people who shouldn't have access to us, too much access to us, and we realized that this person, all they did was depleted me of my energy, because we have allowed it, because we wanted to be so, I don't even want to say kind, because you can be kind with boundaries. We wanted to be so nice, we wanted to be so loyal to these people who are not even loyal to themselves, to the people in their lives, or loyal to you as a family member. I always say this about family: we just have the same bloodline. So whether if we share a grandparent, great grandparent, whoever, we just related by that, by a lineage, by a bloodline. It doesn't say that your bloodline is healthy neither. And people who like your family, like your ace boon coon, y'all reciprocate good energy. Y'all reciprocate accountability, love, respect, responsibility to one another. You don't just come through when you feel like it and think you want to just be taken. No. I'm sorry. Family member, friend, whoever. I'm not on that type of time. So going back to what I have learned. So I learned that saying no doesn't make me a bad person. It just makes me more of a wise woman, a woman who values herself. And here's the truth: when you start loving yourself loudly, people who were used to your silence, used to you saying yes, your people pleasing, oh, they're gonna feel that. They're gonna feel it, and they're gonna be like, oh, I can't, I can't be on that type of time with them, because they really had saw that lady sat on that couch and really took the time to heal themselves, to go through this self discovery process, right? And people not going to like it, and that's okay. And this year have taught me to really be bold, to really be brazen, and to really bust my shots and say, yo, I'm not going for it. And I'm proud of myself for that, because I have been the type of person, like I mentioned, I would just be like, yes, 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 and found myself burnt out, depleted, hair falling out, skin looking crazy, couldn't lose the weight, miserable. And once I started valuing myself and pouring back into myself and really connecting with God and my discernment and my intuition, and not second guessing myself, became on 100 and unstoppable. So here's some tips if you have a family member, a friend, I'm putting that air quotes, which is pretty much an associate, because you're only going to probably truly have one to two good friends in your lifetime that really rock with you, right? That are energy drainers. So here's something that I want to pour into you all: some real life boundary setting gems that helped me when I was sitting on that lady's couch, protect me of my glow and my growth. Number one, this is something I stand on, and something that I always been aware of my intuition, but I used to always second guess myself, especially because people will be like, well, who you think you are? How you know you're going to do this? Because every time, I can remember clearly when I was in high school, I knew that God had more for me, because I used to just be like, oh, I'm going to Tuskegee, like I talked about in the HBCU episode. Boom, I got into Tuskegee, right? And so people start saying to me, who you think you are? Then I started second guessing myself. So number one, trust your gut, trust your intuition. I call it the GPS, your God protective system. When your spirit isn't lying to you, if something feels off, pause, because more than likely it is off. Don't override that in the morning. Don't second guess it like, oh, I don't know. Really use it. And also, too, that's your discernment and action saying pause. It's like that, the red light, the snooze, the alarm button saying don't go past go. Number two, no is a full sentence. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. You don't owe anyone a further explanation on why you said no. Because you know why? They're going to persuade you to say yes. They're going to continue giving you this sob story and manipulate you until that no turns into a yes. So you can say, to keep it like this, no, I'm not available for that. I don't have the resources. Whatever the case is, no, I'm not available for that, or no, and leave it as that. Number 3, this is my favorite one. Be direct and loving. Like I said, kindness isn't the same as compliance. I don't have to comply to your request, right? Also, too, kindness is totally different from niceness, and we'll do an episode on that. So you could say this: I prefer to keep this boundary in place for my peace. I'm not in a position. I hit my cousin with this one. I'm not in a position to support you in that way. And my family member just had to take the L. Number 4, delay the response. Remember, I just mentioned, if someone call you, DM you, text you, FaceTime you, does that mean you got to pick up right away? No. You don't have to jump on a call or respond instantly. During that time of that pause, you probably need to pray. You probably need to say, what is my intuition saying to me? Okay, God, what are you saying to me? Should I proceed forward? Right? And sometimes give yourself 24 hours. They may be calling around to, to 5 other people, and they're trying to get that one yes. You can say, now's not a good time, or send your request here. That keeps you in control of your energy, right? I usually give people a resource because, once again, I'm a social worker. Boundaries are for you. Don't think boundaries are like, oh man, I can't place a boundary. That's punishing other people. No, you're protecting yourself. You're in self-preservation mode, right? When you're in self-preservation mode, you are radically transforming yourself to truly love yourself, to care for yourself in a way that that person will be ill-equipped to do. So when you're saying, I choose me, I choose peace, and it's not being selfish. See, people think, oh man, if I say I'm in self-preservation mode, and I'm in self-care mode, I'm being selfish. No, you are choosing peace. You're choosing yourself. The last one, detach from their reaction. They may be wilding out. They may get upset because you hit them with the no. You was a yes person at one time. You was a yes man or the yes woman at one time. Then you like, hold on, I did so much inner work that I gotta protect myself now. So they may get upset. Let them get upset. It's okay. That's not your burden to carry. They gotta work through that emotion. You're not here to make people comfortable at your expense. Because each time you're saying yes, you're saying no to yourself. So here is an affirmation before we close it on out. I protect my peace. I trust my discernment. I say no with confidence and love. I do not carry guilt for honoring my boundaries. I am not available for manipulation, only for a mutual respect and divine connection. So let's run through that again, and you can repeat it with me. I protect my peace. I trust my discernment. I say no with confidence and love. I do not carry guilt for honoring my boundaries. I am not available for manipulation, only for mutual respect and divine connection. So I hope you all really enjoyed this episode of the Storytime and be dropping gems about establishing and enforcing boundaries. And if this message spoke to you, drop a heart in the comments, share How do you establish boundaries? Have you recently had to tell somebody or say a hard no recently? Share your story and let's hold space for one another. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode of Brown Girl from Boston. This season is all about radical self love, clear boundaries, living a soft life or whatever life you want to live with your spinal cord intact, right? Intact, excuse me. Remember, I'm proud of you. Keep glowing. Keep protecting your light. You are worth every bit of peace you're creating. And as always, much love and light to you all. Peace.